Would you like to know the reason your voice, your brand, and you blend into the background? Being good at what you do is not enough. People have to know that you are good at what you do. So stop being the best kept secret and leverage your good reputation. What we're going to talk about today is what makes you credible online. And it comes from this week's blog, which is entitled Why Credibility Drives Business Revenue. If you want to follow along, you can go to shaycannon.com/credibility. That's shaycannon.com/credibility. Okay. Because that's what we've been talking about all this week is credibility and how it drives your business revenue. And where I got this piece of strategy that credibility works is from my decades of being in business and helping other businesses grow. Okay. I came up based on my experience, I came up with this formula called the business growth ability formula. Put that TM on that thing for trademark. And it has four progressive parts that kind of build on each other. And that first part is credibility. Second part is visibility. The third part is bankability. And the profitability is the last part. But credibility is what we're talking about this week. If you want your business to grow and you focus on these four things, your business can't help but to grow. Okay. So on Monday, what we talked about is that your results are your credibility. Okay. If you have credentials like letters behind or in front of your name, that's great. But if you have results, that can trump credentials. Now, if you got credentials and results, then baby, you really got a superpower. But you want to know more about that and 10 strategies to kind of show your results to build credibility, go back to part one, which was on Monday. Okay. Yesterday was part two, and we talked about consistency. Things where you're showing up over and over again and you seem dependable, and just through sheer repetition of people seeing you, guess what, you're building credibility. I even gave you 10 ways to show up consistently to build that credibility. So go back to yesterday's replay for that information. Today we're on part three, and we're on reputation. Okay, so what makes you credible online? Let's go to the blog. Your credibility isn't just built by what you've done, it's built by how people experience you. Every interaction, post, podcast, and email is either reinforcing your reputation or confusing it. Okay. So you either making a good one or you're making a bad one, or you're really not making one at all. Okay. So you've won awards, you have helped dozens of clients, and even landed podcast features. But you rarely talk about any of it in a way that connects back to your audience's struggles and desires. Some of y'all not talking about it at all. Okay. Your voice blends into the crowd because you're not showing why you are different, or you're not making your wins feel relevant to people that you want to serve. So, build real credibility. To build real credibility, you need to treat your reputation like a marketing asset, one that's nurtured with intention, communicated with clarity, and constantly tied back to how you help people win. All right. Now, that's what's in the blog, but here on the morning show, I give you more. So let's get to these show notes. And today, not only do we have show notes, we're going to do a little show and tell, because some of these concepts sound good when you hear them, but I want to show you a few of the examples as we go along. Okay. So these are 10 strategies to elevate your reputation so that you build credibility and your revenue. All right. So strategy number one, third party recommendations and recognitions. Okay, so you can ask your previous clients and your previous collaborators to leave public recommendations in different places. Okay, and I want you guys to start applying and going for and qualifying for different honors and awards and key recognitions, because third party validation can build your reputation really fast. One of the third party recognitions I have stays right behind me, and this is a six-figure success award, right? So I am a coach that tells you I can help you get to your first six figures, but I have third party validation that my own business is beyond six figures. Okay. So that goes miles, okay, when comparing me to other coaches that say, oh, I'll help you get to your first six figures, when their way of getting you to the first six figures, or their way of getting to their first six figures is selling stuff to you. And so are they helping you, or are they just selling you a dream to get to their six figures? Well, I have third party validation to show you that my business is there, and I have the knowledge to get you there too. So, third party recommendations and recognitions. Number two, get consistent public praise on a core platform. Okay. So, build a track record of being mentioned, tagged, and thanked by others in like one main place. Okay. So, that can be you building reputation through repetition. It could be on social media where people are tagging you. That's true enough. But did you know that there are review sites that you can become a part of? There are Google reviews. There are other review sites that not coming to mind right now, but you can even create review sites on your own website where people can go in and review your business, your offer, your service, you. Okay. But there are platforms just for reviews. And depending on your industry, there are industry review sites. And you want to use these to show that you give 4-star, 5-star service, because these are reviews that you have gotten and people can go through and read them. It's no different than when you guys go to TripAdvisor or you guys go other places to get highly reviewed options. Okay. You could do the same thing for yourself. Number three, curate a signature method or framework. Okay, we talk about this all the time, but this is yet another way that you can use that framework. So, give your work a structure, a name, and possibly even a trademark. Okay, so when people associate your name with a specific approach, they remember it and they can refer it. Okay, so I want to direct you back to one. What are we talking about today? We're talking about credibility, and I told you this is one part of one of my signature methods and frameworks, the business growth ability formula. This is one of many formulas and structures and frameworks that I have and that I use in my business of operations and coaching. So you should have different formulas that you're using, give it a name, and look into trademarking those that you are using with frequency, so that you are using it for credibility. All right. Number four, host a monthly fireside chat. Now, that's just one type of event that you could host. But what I want you to know is you can keep it casual and consistent and host real time, like no fluff discussions around common industry challenges or whatever you would like, right? So, don't just speak on other people's platforms. That definitely gives you credibility. But don't leave it there. Also start hosting your own. So not only are you seen as a guest expert, but you're seen as an industry leader. Okay. So you have energy, and it positions you to be a trustworthy voice that also facilitates expertise. Okay. Number five, ask for endorsements from your industry peers. So when other professionals in your niche publicly vouch for you, your status gets a credibility boost. Okay. Borrowed authority becomes, let me see, earned authority when it's seen often and enough. Let me tell you how I have been using the title fractional COO, or fractional chief operating officer, before it became popular. I use it, and the crazy thing about it is anytime somebody says fractional whatever, people tag me. But they definitely tag me when they see fractional COO. Excuse me. So let me show you an example of that. All righty. So this is where somebody said, hey, do we have anyone that is a OBM or COO? We're looking to hire one as soon as possible. So I thought I would look here first. Also, I would love some recommendations. Boom. They just started tagging me, right? It's some more down there that's tagging me. But when you are known for what you do, right, then you're going to get these recommendations. People are going to, when they hear certain things that apply to you and your service, they're going to point people your way. So that is definitely something that is credibility driven. All right. All right. Let's go to the next one. Let's see. The next one is get featured in a roundup, okay, for or expert list. So you can pitch yourself for these things. You might be invited to these things, but it kind of starts off with you being pitched. Sometimes you are referred for certain things. I'm referred to expert stuff a lot, especially around operations and being an expat that travels a lot. So pitch yourself for inclusion in like top 10 things or expert tips or industry insight articles. These are reputation gold mines because they signal recognized leader or recognized expert, go-to expert without needing a massive following, right? Because the minute that somebody with a massive following features you as an expert, some of those people are going to come over and follow you. Now, I of course have a example of that. So let me share my screen again. A lot of media that I have garnered have come from roundups or where they talk about more than one expert. So this is Fast Company. This is a huge publication in my industry as an expert. And so the topic was how to spot fake job postings and avoid scams. And won't you know it, that halfway down, let's see. Here we go. Shay Cannon, Fractional Chief Operating Officer of Shay Cannon Business Solutions. And so my tip was avoid requests for excessive personal information. That was my tip. And then I talk about why, right? Because that is basically what's going on. That's a tip on they're not necessarily going to be a real company that you can work for. They're around there. So a lot of people, I don't know if you guys know this, but you need to be in the know. There are a lot of companies that get put out fake business and job uh positions out there. And all they're really doing is getting your email address and getting your personal information so they can sell it. It's not an actual job. So if you didn't know that was a thing, that's a thing. And because I hire and I understand certain things, I was able to, as an expert, give some expert advice, and I got published in one of my gold publications. So that was very cool. All right, let's go to number 7. Work your client testimonials more. Now, we talked about results and we talked about getting client testimonials for those results, but they go, I want you to start working them more, putting them in more places to make you more credible because you have this reputation that you're sharing. So add them to your speaking, add them. And when I say speaking, I mean like the content that you're speaking about, add some in there, sprinkle some in there. Your storytelling, add it into your contributing writing, add it into some of your features, add it into your bio. Start adding that credibility everywhere, okay? Because what it does is it implies trust, results, and reputation, longevity. Okay, so use those client testimonials for more than just social media and on your sales pages. Okay. Number 8, create a reputation reel, REEL, okay? Edit short video clips of client reactions, key wins, or expert praise, and reuse them regularly in stories and posts. Visibility over time builds recognition. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example of that too. But hey, we got Shawana Kennedy, Kennedy Media back just in time because you don't know how to put a reel together. She can help you with that kind of video. All right. Let me go over here. I want to show you guys an example of how I've used one on social media before. So let me share again. There we go. So this was something I put out. I didn't just put it on my own account. I actually put it inside of these groups that need podcast guests and speakers. And I created this video. I want the mic, right? So when I play it, I don't know if you can hear the music, but no need. But it's showing all of these places I've either been interviewed on podcasts or that I've spoken online, right? So all of that I put it together, and I didn't even do anything too cumbersome. I just took all of the speaker badges and put them together and showed it as a reel. Okay, but this is what a little easy to put together reel is for credibility. All right, it's not that hard, but I know some of y'all don't have a creative bone in your body, so get with Shawana Kennedy Media. She can help you out, whether you need the real kind of real or you want a simple kind. All right, number 9 is be quotable. Okay, and create quotes from your own words. So take something powerful you've said to a client or something that you're known for saying and turn it into a branded quote. You can, as you keep putting it out there and as you keep saying it, you can build recognition. Okay, you have a reputation for saying these quotable things. It used to be tweetable, right? Now we just went back to quotable. And people start quoting you, right? How many things do you guys say that I say all the time? If you don't put it on your calendar, it don't exist type of thing, right? Your life is the sum of your decisions. Like I got so many things that I say that people repeat that and say that I have said. All I have to do is start putting those things on some type of graphic and start sharing them to increase my reputation. So you can do the same thing. Number 10, turn guest spots into evergreen proof. Okay, turn guest spots into evergreen proof. So every podcast panel or collaboration that you do can be repurposed and redistributed regularly. Okay, this is something that I'm about to institute. Is I've done so many podcasts, I need to be pulling reels and showing that stuff, and have a day out the week or a day out the month that I share those regularly. Right. Most of you treat it as a one-time thing. You do it one time, you might mention it one time, and then you don't say anything else. But again, reputation grows through repetition. Okay, let me tell you another thing that you can do. Once you've been on certain stages, once you've been even sharing stages with people that have a higher reputation than yours, you need to learn how to leverage that. Okay, so let me show you something that I have done. This is on my speaker page, right? And basically, I've spoken at events that well known people have also spoken at. And so I say, I have shared the stage with heavy hitters like editor in chief of Entrepreneur Magazine, editor in chief of Success Magazine, founder of TSP, co-founder of Run Like Clockwork. And I let you know that that's co-founded by Mike Michalowicz, who is best-selling author of Profit First, right? So all of this credibility transfers to me because I was able to speak on the same stage that they spoke on. So that lets you know that wasn't a little event. That wasn't a little something, right? That was a big something that adds to my reputation. So you need to be doing that also. Cool beans. Let me go back through here and find this question of the day. And that is right here. I found it. Okay. I'm gonna put that in the actual studio. And I'm gonna put it over here on the YouTube side. We got Dr. Tachi doing double duty over here on the YouTube. And we got Glow. Good morning, Glow. Oh, and then I am actually under the wrong account over here on the YouTube because I just put the comment. Okay, let me see if I can get the live chat back up. Okay, there it is. Now let me drop it as, there we go. Boom, now it's there under the right thing. But I'm going to go back through the 10, but let me tell you what the question of the day is. Take a moment while I'm going through the recap to think of a time, well, take a moment to think and tell me what's one part of your reputation that you're not leveraging enough. Okay. And of course, we're talking about good stuff. All right. Also, which strategy will put you to work, will you put to work as soon as possible? All right. So we got 10 strategies. I want to know which one you're going to put to work as soon as possible. And I also want to know about what about your good reputation that you're not leveraging enough for your credibility. All right. So that's the question of the day. I'm going to go back through the 10. And after I go back through the 10, I'm going to share something else with you. And then we're going to start with Shawana Kennedy Media to answer the question of the day. All right. So, 10 strategies to elevate your reputation to build credibility and revenue. Number one, third party recommendations and recognitions. Number two, get consistent public praise on some kind of core platform, not just social, but even some review platforms. Number three, curate a signature method or framework. Number four, oh, and become known for that. Number four, host a monthly fireside chat or some type of event so that you're not just out here being a speaker on other people's platforms, but you are creating a platform. Number five, ask for endorsements from industry peers. Okay. This could be on LinkedIn. This could be some type of written thing, a video, whatever you want to do, but you want to be known as an expert by your peers and by other experts. Number six, get featured in a roundup or expert list. This is why I showed you the Fast Company article that I was featured in. Number seven, work your client testimonials more. They go in more places than just on your sales page and on your social media. Okay. So work them more. Number eight, create a reputation reel. Okay. REEL. Get with Shawana Kennedy Media if you need a video. Number nine, be quotable and create graphics from your own words. So if you're quotable, you say something all the time, you're known for saying something all the time, let's get that out there more so people can start quoting you. Number 10, turn guest spots into evergreen proof. Let's go ahead and share about them forever and a day. As long as they're relevant, share them, okay? And also, when you get the opportunity to be on platforms with other people who have as great of a reputation or a better reputation than yours, let's start using that as leverage for our reputation. All right. Now, credibility, credibility, and sharing it as a reputation is kind of built around what we call unique selling propositions, right? So I want to tell you some of the things that you can look for and share as a part of your reputation. So let me pull up this little graphic that I put for y'all. Here it is. Okay. It's not really a graphic, but instead of me just saying it, I know that y'all like to see some stuff as I say it. So here we go. If you want to build unique selling propositions for credibility, start thinking about how you are unique. Okay. Unique selling propositions are ways that you're unique and stand out already. So start thinking of examples of your uniqueness. What makes you stand out from your competition? Okay. List those. Then you want to come and say, how am I best in class? What kind of accolades have I gotten? What kind of awards have I won? Okay. Add that to the list. Then you want to come back and you want to say, okay, what kind of high profile things have I done, been involved in, been featured by? So that could be media, your high profile speaking, your contributing writing. So you want to put all of that together. Then you want to say, okay, how is my solution or my main offer that I want to be known for unique? So, does it save time or does it save money or does it save both? Okay. Does your solution make money or help people make more money? See, these are unique selling propositions of your main offer, and we can put them in as a part of our reputation. Okay. So I just wanted to show you that this is also on the show notes. So if you're going to get them, no worries, you will have that information. Okay. Now that we've done the recap and I gave you something extra, let's go to Shawana Kennedy Media. Question of the day, Shawana, is take a moment. Well, you had a moment. So tell me what's one part of your reputation that you're not leveraging enough, and which strategy from today will you put to work as soon as possible?
Definitely not recycling testimonials enough. Right off the jump, as soon as you said that, and being better about people that I guess the people sometimes there's some of the closest people to you. You be forgetting to be like, hey, can I need that from you, right? Because you just totally, for me, I know I get into other stuff and go down other paths, and I'd be totally forgetting, um, like even the stuff that we've done together to have that. I know you did that one for me on LinkedIn a few years ago, but this is a new year. Amen. Amen. So not a shameless plug. Amen. Amen. Amen.
I
And I
like
do appreciate too being on this show and you doing the shout outs like those, having those, and even looking at your reel.
it.
Um, I know we have some amazing thumbnail type things coming up.
Yes,
And just
yes.
those, and because I'm visual, it is seeing it to make it be like, oh yeah. And all too often people do forget. That's why it goes back to saying what's that 10, 20 times before people even know you exist or have to see you. So this is just another great reminder of to add to that credibility is visibility. It makes you more visible when you have more credible things that exist online for you. Yeah,
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
The
Dr. Tachi
testimonials for sure.
said Dr. Tachi says Shawana Kennedy, Kennedy Media is now one word.
And for sure. And who's done that? You.
Yep,
Right, really, because of the way
hilarious.
because of the way you say that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but,
yeah, yeah.
I had to counteract all that stuff you had going on at one time, so I just needed to know
Well,
you
you
for
know
that.
what? Right. So,
I'm just
right. So
saying,
that
just
actually,
saying.
y'all, that was not for that wasn't for her to help it better. She was doing it for me,
Mhm.
right? So that I could bring home, have one forward-facing business. Amen. I rest
Yes.
the mic. I rest
And
the
to be
mic.
known for that through what? Repetition. All right. Let's go to Dr. Tachi. Dr. Tachi, tell me what's one part of your reputation that you're not leveraging enough, and which strategy from today do you need to put to work as soon as possible?
Oh, well, I think I need to work testimonials more.
Yeah.
I eh, I need a reputation reel for me. I have a reel for indie soup that Mario
Hmm.
did, but I need like one for me. And
Hmm.
public praise on a platform, I think.
Okay. I love it. I'm gonna tell you, you got one reel that was done for you. I said, I'm gonna steal that little strategy right there, and that's the one where it's sliding up, but it's showing all of your videos, playing or whatever, like thumbnails or whatever. I was like, oh
Oh,
yeah, I
for
want
my intro from
that.
for Mediascope. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Thank
said,
you,
I
intern.
like that. I like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good one. I love that. Cool beans. Thank you for that, Dr. Tachi. Dr. Latoya, I don't know if you're available. We tried to talk to you earlier in the pre-show, and you didn't unmute. So I don't know if you're available. If you are available, please unmute. There she go. Okay, okay. Well, let's ask you the question and let's be fair and give you the full question. Tell me what's one part of your reputation that you're not leveraging enough, and which strategy from today will you put to work as soon as possible?
I think probably not the part that I'm not leveraging enough is highlighting like the shared stages or, things with people who have a high reputation. Absolutely, I'm not sharing that. And I like the real idea,
Mm-hmm.
putting that together as well as just leveraging the testimonials in more places than I'm currently, but doing it.
Cool beans. I'm gonna put the link to that reel in the studio chat. Y'all go ahead and grab that if you want it. So let's go to Kimberly Miles, and Kimberly has put hers in the studio chat, and she says one thing is that believe it or not, I'm actually very funny. So I need to use that more. I need to work client testimonials, be quotable, curate signature framework. Okay, cool. So what you're talking about is personality, right, Kimberly? So yes, you need to use that more, but to put it as related to what we're talking about today, you need to put that to work to be a speaker more, maybe host some things, and get out more content that talks about your reputation and who you are, as well as what your product is. So yes, I like that. Let's go over here to YouTube because YouTube's been moving. So we got Miss GR Houston over here. Hey, boo, Gwendolyn. If I remember correctly, she says, good morning. And she says, I'm not leveraging my client testimonials in previous speaking engagements enough. She said, I could definitely create a few quote posts. And then she's talking to Dr. Tachi. She said, I'll write something for you today. You're a gem. It's in these media streets. Yes, please do. Please do. So I love that. All right. Now, tomorrow we're going to end this series, and what we're going to talk about is messaging. Okay. Messaging as credibility is how we're going to end the week. But what we've already talked about is you getting results as credibility. We've talked about you being consistent as credibility. And today we talked about your reputation as credibility. Does anybody have any questions, any value adds, or any aha moments about these things that we've already talked about when it comes to your credibility, which is the first step to business growth according to my the business growth ability formula? Dr. Tachi.
It's interesting that you're bringing this up today because yesterday, this is our last week of the Fundable Founders cohort. So everybody's all sad and stuff. But this is exactly what Gamal Codner said yesterday, that one of the biggest challenges to small businesses is that nobody knows who you are. So that's what we started talking about. And then today you pop up with this. So that is serendipity if I've ever
Yeah.
seen it. So thank you. It was very, very well orchestrated as per usual.
Yes, it's a new quarter, new month. Our focus is on business growth for this whole quarter. And so I this month I'm going through this formula that I have noticed that I don't care if you don't even have structure in place. Like you can still grow. You can't scale without structure, but you can grow, right? And there's a difference. So if you have credibility and you have visibility, you have bankability and you have profitability, you're growing, period. And so this formula that I was able to put together is what we're going through in this month of July. But credibility is first, because if you are not credible, none of the rest of the stuff is going to work. That's why that is the first step that we build upon. Because people who are not credible, or people with a bad reputation being more visible, well, how does that work for you, right? Doesn't work out very well. So definitely we have to work on the credibility first. Did anybody else have a question, a value add, or a aha moment?
One of the things I did
Shawana.
want to mention,
Mm-hmm.
not just my personal page for Facebook, but the business page for Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I guess at some point I must have been thinking about you in regards to, I actually changed the name. The name has been changed for a while now, that it is Shawana Kennedy, Kennedy Media. So if someone is actually looking for me, well, it says Kennedy Media Entertainment, the whole business name,
Mm-hmm.
but that is the name instead of, if someone just was looking up Kennedy Media
Mm-hmm.
Entertainment, it does say Shawana Kennedy, Kennedy Media for
Yes.
my Facebook, the business page, where all the posts and things go. Now, one of the things that I will say that I will definitely be better about, because I know at this point I am the face, the brand face,
Mm-hmm.
uh, is a couple of the statements that I do say very often, even if they're on my shows, is to then make sure that they're added, the quotes that I say, that I add that to with my presence on there, because I don't think it's been a minute, like a minute to where, and I have to put that back in the role. It's coming. I'm doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
And I love it for you. All right. Let's talk about what's happening this week in our free business mastermind group. And that is Friday. We're having a get shit done work session that is usually for the paid membership only, but we invite the free group to come in on the last half of the Friday session. So go in the group and look under the events details or the featured tab, and you will see more information on that. Okay. Let me tell you something that's coming up and that y'all are missing out on, because I need y'all to understand that this revenue reset summer boot camp that's going to help you jumpstart your path to cash. This intensive is going to be 4 hours on Saturday, July the 19th, but you cannot afford to wait to go ahead and get in on this because you've already missed the super bonus. Okay. And now in 2 days, you are about to miss the regular bonuses. Okay. So if I go down here and tell you what you're going to get, you're going to walk away with offer clarity. Okay. You're going to walk away with your path to cash formula. You're going to walk away with your client journey map, your offer funnel map. a 2T process support plan, okay? And also KPIs worksheet and dashboard so that you can get unstuck, you can be relieved, you can be hopeful, you can be confident, you can be validated, you can have momentum, you can create freedom, and you can be excited to take action and see results in your business. I know your revenue has stalled or it has yet to crank up, and that is what this intensive is for, okay? So you lost your super bonus. All right, a few of you got in on it and just in time. Dr. Tachi was one. But your regular bonuses are about to expire this Friday. And what those are is you're going to get additional resources, such as template scripts, process maps, and access to a whole nother full workshop to help you get your clarity. Because in this intensive, clarity is assumed. Okay, we're not going to start with helping you get clarity. We're going to assume you got it. We're going to go from there to uncover your money. But if you need to go back and make sure you have clarity, I'm giving you access to the Clarity Clinic as a bonus. You don't want to miss it. Okay, so go ahead and get in on this thing. Go to shaycannon.com/summer because this is our summer boot camp. All right, cool beans. Let's see here. This has been the Her First Six Figure Morning Show, which is an interactive coaching and training experience as part of our free business mastermind group that positions Black and brown female online service-based entrepreneurs to generate your first six figures by learning how to make the money and create time freedom. Find out more about me, your host, Shay Cannon, plus links to resources like how to join our highly valuable free business mastermind group, and how to get the show notes from today and recent past shows in the description below. All right. If you have not already, do me a favor, give us a thumbs up and like this episode. I know you got value, so give us a thumbs up. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel so that you don't miss anything. Also, this is one video out of a 4-video series, so check out the other videos. And with that, the studio is closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see